Last week on Millionaire Live, one lucky player walked away with $125,000, an unbelievable start to our game. On tonight's episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on ABC, $32,000 was won for charity. And now, it's all you. It's your turn to play for that same amount of money. Here's how it works. I'm going to start by asking up to 15 questions that will get more difficult, they have to, as we go up the ladder. Just like classic Millionaire, you'll have 3 lifelines to help you, but you can only use 1 per question. There's 50-50, that's where the app removes 2 of the wrong choices. Double dip, an old school Millionaire lifeline where you get to choose 2 potential answers instead of just 1. And then there's go with the audience. Your answer automatically locks in with the most popular answer choice. You'll only have 12 seconds from the start of each question to lock in those answers. Gotta be quick, gotta be wise. That's even when you use your lifelines. After 15 questions, we go on to the Battle Royale. Here, you get another 5 questions, but this time you won't be able to use your lifelines. Don't worry, if you miss a question along the way, you can keep playing along for fun and practice, even if you can't win any cash. And if at any point you all mess up and get out at once, we'll give remaining players from the last question one more chance to get one right. Finally, if we ever get down to just 1 player, we'll end the game and declare them the winner. I hope that's you. I really do. Putting good juju out there for everybody. All right, are you ready? Let's play Millionaire Live. Here's your first question. Question 1. What are those tiny strips of paper thrown at parties? Biscotti, graffiti, confetti, Rooty Tooty, fresh and fruity. Remember those sweet, sweet parties, going outside, dressing up? This app is as close to a soiree as we're gonna get for a while now. I mean, look at how many people are playing. That is an awesome turnout, and thanks for hanging out. Listen, you don't have to call a cab or shower or try to hear what somebody's saying over loud music or have your friends poke you and say, go mingle. But just like any fiesta, it's all about the gram here. We want to see your best game face pick or even your setup at home, what you're eating, how stressed out or excited you are. Use the hashtag Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Okay, so have you chosen carefully? Are you locked in? Good. The thing that we all throw in the air and that we will when we're all able to leave our house again at some point is confetti. Congratulations to everybody coming in strong. Question 1 is done. It feels good to sort of get it over with. You're still in the game. Don't forget 3 lifelines to use. They're on your team. 1 question down, 19 to go. Here is question 2. Surfers in Malibu, California ride the waves in which ocean? Atlantic, Pacific, Arctic, Indian. Surfing, no thanks. Sharks, let's see, wave height, current, storms, wipeouts. Did I say sharks? Yeah, no, I'm gonna stick to the sport of channel surfing while you go ahead and channel your inner Kelly Slater. Lock in those answers. And just so you know, just from me to you, I don't exactly love talking to myself up here, and I'm not bringing up my fear of sharks or surfing to torture you. The app needs this time to check your results. It is what it is. Okay, Twitter? Love you. Malibu is home to some of the most beautiful, stunning beaches in the world. The crashing waves that you can see along 21 scenic miles on PCH in the Boo are part of the Pacific Ocean. Way to go, in the words of Keanu Reeves in Point Break, via con Dios, players. Way to ride that question out. This is going great. Seems like you are all ready to go. And tweet us if you lost already at Millionaire TV. Let's hit the next wave. Next up, question 3. Which of these is an actual Olympic sport? Hot dog eating, runway modeling, fencing, karaoke. If Millionaire Live was the Olympics of trivia, and it should be, there's no way that you'd get gold if you forgot it's a team sport. Your lifelines, yeah, they're your squad. Don't forget about them. You've got your 50-50, that's a good one. You've got the go with the audience where you have to trust everybody else, that's a little sketchier. And double dip, where you can choose 2 answers to a single question up until the Battle Royale. Use them. Personally, speaking of Olympics, I would love to see tug of war make a comeback. It was a thing 100 years ago, I think, needs to come back. I wonder if something like TikTok dancing, which I would not meddle in, will eventually happen at the games. Who knows? Looks like, let's see, we're ready for the answer. Okay, as much as some of us wish that hot dog eating was an Olympic sport, it's not. The one true Olympic sport here is fencing. On guard! Way to go, my trivia Olympians. You are getting closer to $32,000. You're going for the gold here. Let's advance and attack. This is my little fencing. It's not good. Okay, here is question 4. Robin Roberts anchors which of these ABC shows? Good Morning America, Dancing with the Stars, The Bachelor, America's Funniest Home Videos. Robin anchored SportsCenter on ESPN for 15 years. That's where she coined the catchphrase you should be thinking about this whole time. Go on with your bad self. And by the way, she did just that. Roberts battled and beat cancer. She received the Arthur Ashe Courage Award at the ESPYs back in 2013. And she's just like us. She's currently socially distancing and posting photos of her puppies. Seriously, if you love puppies, and obviously you do because you're not a psychopath, go follow her. Optimal puppy content. And that's just what we all need right now. We also need 32K. So follow our socials too at Millionaire TV. Okay, Robin Roberts is an anchor on ABC's Good Morning America. She's a stud. She's been at GMA since 2005 and still going strong. And hey, you, so are you. Down 4 already. Here is question 5. Often weighing around 30 pounds, which of these brass instruments is the largest? Trombone, French horn, trumpet, tuba. I feel like one of the major keys to being a legit good musician is nailing the head bop. People don't talk about it. You gotta bop to the beat, you know? Like, close your eyes a little bit, really feel it. I'm not good at it because I'm not a great musician. I'm trying to be. I impulse ordered a ukulele. This is a true story. A couple of weeks ago, I am almost positive that this is the week I finally take it out of the box and get going. I mean, I'm so bored. If anybody out there wants to start a Millionaire band, I'm down. I will play every light instrument there is. The cowbell, the recorder, the triangle, kazoo, whatever. My arms get tired blow drying my hair, so 30 pounds, not happening. If you do want to get a bit of a workout in while being a musician, knock, 2 birds out with 1 stone, you might want to take up this 30-pound instrument. It's the tuba. Wow, some of you played that one right on key. Way to go. The tuba even sounds like it weighs a million pounds or at least 30, doesn't it? Okay, we're doing this thing. Tweet me at Millionaire TV if you're already out and need some company. Let's blow into the next one. Here is question 6. According to its inventor, what started with pantyhose, some scissors, and a bright idea? Levi's, Spanx, Wonder Bra, bank robbery masks. Little PSA, because I love you, be careful with scissors this quarantine season. Boredom may lead to projects like giving your kids haircuts or maybe giving everyone in your household a haircut, your spouse, your cat, maybe you give yourself a bang trim or decide to give yourself bangs altogether. This is high-risk behavior, high-risk stuff. Be warned. Okay, looks like we're ready to go, and let's talk about the Wonder Bra. It was invented in Canada, and it is not the answer that we are looking for. Not surprisingly, the American businesswoman behind the piece of clothing we are looking for is now a billionaire. Sarah Blakely's pantyhose, scissors, and bright idea blessed us with Spanx. Yep, more than 6 million Spanx power panties have been sold worldwide. Wow. How you feeling? Tweet us at Millionaire TV. I don't need to see pictures of anybody in Spanx, but I do want to know how you guys are, so hit me up. This game is getting pretty hot right now, and it's only going to get hotter. Here is question 7. A 2020 Buffalo Wild Wings campaign had a certain music act rename itself what? Boneless Thugs and Harmony, Red Hot Chicken Poppers, Snoop Saucy Sauce, Cardi B Dubs. Well, what about Wings of Leon, or the Gypsy Wings, BB Wing, Chickleback? Okay, fine. I'll stop there. Do you ever wonder if chicken wings think about you too? Let's get back to the 32K on the line. And I really hope you didn't try to wing it here with your answer. But seriously, you started this game with 3 wing men. Your lifelines, use them. You use them, I'll stop making puns. Deal? Deal. You can only use them for the first 15 questions. Okay, in 2020, Bone Thugs and Harmony briefly changed their name to Boneless Thugs and Harmony. That sounds delicious, and I'm wondering if anybody used their double dip here, the only place where it is acceptable to double dip. We live in this society here, people. Here, nowhere else. Got it? Good. I'm excited. Here is question 8. Which of these vowels does not begin the name of a U.S. state? E, I, O, U. By the way, did you catch Nikki Glazer on tonight's episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It's on ABC. Check it out. I don't want to throw too many spoilers at you in case you haven't seen it yet. I'm looking at you West Coasters. Hey. But there was a truly beautiful, tender moment that you will not want to miss. Again, check it out on ABC. Okay. Are you done speeding through 50 state names, Rolodexing them to try to secure this bag of money? It's a tough one. The states beginning with these vowels are Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, and Utah. So the vowel that does not begin the name of a U.S. state is E. Whew, things are getting intense. I'm getting a little hot in here right now. Are you doing okay so far? You ready to rock the next question? I feel like you are. Say it with me. Final answer. Let's do this thing. The higher the question number, the closer we are to giving away the money. It just so happens that it's also the harder the questions get, but let's not focus on that. Let's do it. Here is question 9. Surprising readers, which of these comics published its final issue in 2019? Watchmen, Hellboy, The Walking Dead, Akira. You know what else ended in 2019, kids? Game of Thrones ended. That finale? Woof! I don't even mean to bring it up, it just made me think of that when we asked the question. Apparently, do you guys remember this? They filmed multiple endings because they didn't want the cast and crew to know how it was going to go down. Are we sure that they aired the right one? Just asking. I feel like it would be amazing if they leaked all of those alt endings right now. Bonus footage, more Peter Dinklage. Let's win this 32K and I'll tweet David Benioff and DB Weiss after. Deal? Okay, looks like we're ready to go back to the question. In 2019, after 16 years and 193 issues, the comic book that followed in the footsteps of many of its characters by surprisingly meeting its end was The Walking Dead. I know, probably not the best time to bring up a zombie apocalypse, but it's part of the question. It's just true. It ended the comic in 2019. Now you learned something tonight. Okay, let's move this along. Here is question 10. According to Zales, which of these is not one of the 10 most popular diamond shapes? Emerald, princess, pear, flower. And not to put more pressure on you right about now, but think about how many diamonds you could buy if you pull in this 32 grand tonight. You could cover birthdays and Mother's Days and anniversaries and I'm sorry, I messed up gifts for years to come. You could buy a baseball diamond. You could buy a sing-along session lesson with Neil Diamond. Who knows? The sky's the limit. You gotta get the bag though. And by the way, not a bad game and situation that you're playing on your couch on your phone right now. The emerald cut is rectangular. The princess is more of an inverted pyramid situation. Both of these do make the top 10 most popular at Zales. The shape that does not is flower. Oh, you guys are doing so great. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. While we queue up the next question, don't forget, we're back next week. So much money to give away. Think about it. $125K last week, $32,000 tonight. Who knows what it'll look like in the future? You can find out what the pot will be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on ABC. Here is question 11. Which of these current US coins has a smooth edge rather than one with ridges or grooves? Nickel, dime, quarter, half dollar. If you want my 2 cents, I'd think about using a lifeline right about now. And yeah, if I had a penny for every bad pun that I've used tonight, I'd probably have $32,000. Fun fact, did you know the US used to mint 2 cent and 3 cent coins? I think that's so weird. This one's even better though. Get this, according to Coinstar, this is so crazy. There's an estimated $10 billion in coins held in US homes. Check your couch cushions, people. That is a lot of cheddar. And there's definitely some ridges on a quarter and dime. There are 2 current US coins that have completely smooth edges. The penny, and that wasn't one of the choices, and the nickel. Okay, I already reached my nickelback quota for the day, so no silly punchline out of me for this one. Let's see, where are we? 11 questions down, 4 more chances to use your lifelines. I'm a broken record, I know. Use them up, let's get it. Here is question 12. What's the term for the shiny glaze that a pastry chef pours on a fruit tart? Dressage, nappage, barrage, ganache. Man, you just know the lovely host of the Great British Bake Off would be able to help you out here. But alas, they're probably busy tasting fresh biscotti and coffee eclairs in some fabulous white tent somewhere. At least in my head they are. If you haven't seen it, binge watch. It's my favorite thing. And I'd help you, but my knowledge of baking stops at microwaving a potato. I'm not exaggerating. I use my oven mitts to take out the trash, so marriage material right here. You're here because you're hungry for $32,000. What is the term we are looking for? Nappage. I mean, even if you don't have a sweet tooth, you can't deny anything with the word nap in it right about now. Next to free money and Paul Hollywood, naps are pretty much the greatest thing of all time. Players, you are crushing it, whipping up a storm in this one. I'm loving everything I'm seeing. And here is question 13. In Moby Dick, Ahab's artificial leg is made from what? Wood, whalebone, aluminum, copper. Fun little nugget for you guys. A little coffee chain that you may have heard of is named after Ahab's first mate, Starbuck. Apparently the company almost named themselves after the captain's ship, but a spokesperson thought it might be weird to say, hey, let's go for a cup of Pequod. I mean, you out there don't need Pequod. I'm seeing it right now. You don't need caffeine. You're hyped up on the thought of $32,000, and we are getting so close. Keep focused, be wise, make quick answers, and let's get to it. What was Ahab's artificial leg made of? It wasn't aluminum or wood. His leg actually symbolized a sense of male prowess, and it was made of whalebone. Wow, I just thought of a name for our Millionaire Live band that we just talked about, Van Whalen. Okay, I'll really stop now. Sometimes bad puns just fly out of my mouth without warning. I apologize, but I will say Moby Dick needs to be on your social distancing reading queue if you haven't already. Okay, let's move it along. We're ready, we're rolling. Here is question 14. Who is one of the 2 men to be sworn in as US president in an even-numbered year? Calvin Coolidge, Millard Fillmore, James Garfield, George Washington. Now, on tonight's episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, we also had Will Forte, who you probably known from SNL or The Last Man on Earth, and my personal favorite, MacGruber. Will had his dad there, which I loved seeing. I love that they bring the smartest people they know. It always makes for a good moment. And he talked about something that you're probably feeling out there right now, how even when you know the answer, and you know the answer, it's still scary to lock it in. Pretty true, yeah? Okay, let's get presidential. Calvin Coolidge was sworn in 1923, James Garfield way before that. So was it Fillmore or Washington? The year was 1850. The answer, Millard Fillmore. The other was Gerald Ford. That went down in 1974. So I'm just giving you guys history facts back, and then you guys can do trivia at the old bar when this is over. You will be loaded. You also know somebody won $125K last week in our game. I love this game. Here is question 15. What were Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield originally planning to sell before settling on ice cream? Bagels, pizza, coffee, socks. Lock in those answers. This is the last one before the battle royale. Ice cream sounds like a good choice either way tonight. You win, you're joyfully celebrating with a pint of half-baked. You lose, you drown your sorrows in a pint of half-baked, AKA most of my Friday nights lately. It's all good. Wednesday nights are way better anyway. I get to hang out with you and give away some moolah. Answer time. This one's tough. What were Cohen and Greenfield originally planning to sell? It wasn't coffee, and it wasn't socks. It was bagels. Wow, some of you out there are on a Millionaire John Carpenter-esque vibe. We have some power players that have gotten all 15 questions right. I love it when this happens. Okay, deep breaths. One big one. Ready? It's time for the Battle Royale. This is where things get even more challenging. From here on out, you will no longer be able to use your lifelines. Okay, up to 5 more questions. Let's keep playing Millionaire Live. Here is question 16. Which of these terms does not refer to an action performed in ballet? Derriere, sauté, fleur, fondue. Well, you can't call Misty Copeland on this one. No lifelines at all. It's all you. I mean, I'll throw you guys, I know this one, a plie. Isn't that what this is for good luck? Releve, too. Get up here. Sorry, camera guys. I'm the camera guy. I'm in my apartment. This is just me, a New York City ballerina, waiting for you to lock in your answer in the middle of my living room, waiting to give away $32,000 in a couple of minutes. I bet you guys are on your tippy toes right now, waiting for the answer to this question. So much money on the line, $32,000. Okay, sauté means there's jumping involved, and I'm not demonstrating that. Fondue is all about sinking down. I thought it was about cheese, but it's not. So which is used in ballet, derriere or fleur? Well, the term that does not refer to an action performed in ballet is fleur. Fleur is the French word for flower. It's also the French word for the answer to question 10. We're just tying it all together if you're really paying attention. It's not an action, though. You will find it in the title of some ballets, though, so tricky writers on that one. Okay, let's see if you guys kicked some derriere tonight. Can you keep it up? Here is question 17. The founder of what food chain helped pay for Rosa Parks' housing after she was robbed? Taco Bell, Little Caesars, Wendy's, Popeyes. Okay, I officially have beef with these writers. More food? Are we serious right now? I'm craving absolutely everything. I have like a jar of mustard in my cupboard for dinner later after the show. Rude. Send food. Okay. We're almost there. We're calculating. Thank you everybody for hanging in and for the patience, letting the app do its thing. No lifelines left, except maybe your dad who, you know, lives at home with you, and I'm not judging. Parents keep the food situation well stocked in times like these. Back to the question. Before he passed away, Detroit Tigers owner Mike Ilitch had a real impact on sports and, of course, the people of Detroit. He quietly paid Rosa Parks rent for over a decade. He was also the founder of Little Caesars. Pizza. Man, I love this story. We need more of this in the world right now. If you have a story like it, please tweet me at Millionaire TV. Hashtag Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Okay, the number of players is shrinking down. We're closer and closer to that $32,000 cash prize. Don't give up now. Here is question 18. A few miles from Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument is a town called what? Who, when, where, why? Earlier today, out of sheer boredom, I looked up some unusual town names in America. There is Toadsuck, Arkansas, shout out. Nothing, Arizona. Nowhere, Oklahoma. How about Disco, Wisconsin? Can I get a postcard from someone in Greasy Corner, Arkansas, please? All real places. Look, your answers are getting locked in. If you get this one wrong, don't go away. Stick with us, play along for fun. Don't just sit there and get prickly about it. You know what they say, cactus makes perfect. Okay, that's all my cactus/desert material for the day. The unusual name that we're looking for is why? Why, Arizona, why? Sorry guys, if you got that wrong, a couple of you did. Now if you got it right, you're one step closer to making it to the final question. Here is question 19. The name of the element with which of these symbols comes last alphabetically? MC, MD, MO, MT. Wow, major flashbacks. Anybody remember having to memorize this entire table of elements for a test and then absolutely forgetting every single one of them 10 minutes later? Yeah, there's a good chance the closest you've come to chemistry since high school is watching Breaking Bad. But just focus, envision the table, let's do this. MO is the symbol for molybdenum. MD is mendelevium. But the element that comes last alphabetically is moscovium, and its symbol is MC. Oh wow, look at all you Walter Whites and Jesse Pinkmans out there. I see you! You did it, little dance. We've got people still in the game. Tweet us at Millionaire TV after this. If you win this bag of money, I need to hear from you. And guess what time it is? It's time for the last question. Here is question 20. In the classic kids book, Where's Spot? Where is Spot? Behind the door, under the rug, in the basket, outside the house. This OG book was published way back in 1980. Spot's creator, the late Eric Hill, struggled to find a publisher to go along with his idea of a lift the flap book. Once he did, though, I mean, that was a game changer. Spot was a hit, and for generations now, kids have been on the search for everybody's favorite pup. And they also get a lesson on the cruel future of losing your car keys and your wallet, your dignity potentially, as a grown-up. Pretty good life lessons there. Okay, this is the last question. I always get a little nervous when this is going on. I know you want your answer, and you'll get it right now. Where was Spot? Spot was in the basket. That's it! I hope you sunk that question. I hope you slam dunked it so hard into that money basket. You're so close. 20 questions down. You didn't find the answers under a rug or outside the house. You found them right up here in your old noggin. Okay, we're calculating, tabulating, whatever you want to call it. Was it enough? Let's see who won. We have our winners! Congratulations to all of you who just won Millionaire Live. You are all splitting a cut of $32,000. Not bad for a Wednesday night. And we'll be back next time for an all-new chance, new money pot to win